we were given assignments to do little dialogue. We were supposed to be working on dialogue, so we were told to do like dialogue angry, dialogue joyful, dialogue stressful, that sort of thing. And so I did a few little things like that. Dialogue romantic. So, and some of these are they're just very short little things. Dialogue angry. I just don't understand him, Jerry said angrily. He came from a good home. He's had love and family support all his life, and here he is running with the underbelly of society. He's an addict, that's why, Mary said. Being an addict doesn't give you a license to betray your family, to steal from those who loved you, and been in your corner through thick and thin, Jerry said, slapping his hand down on the kitchen table with a thump. I just wanted to throttle him. Maybe we shouldn't have been so understanding, Mary said, wringing her hands together. You're right. We should have thrown him out at the beginning, Jerry remarked bitterly. He lifted his cup of cold coffee, took a sip, and made a face at both his son and the nasty coffee. If we'd thrown him out, if he hadn't had a decent place to return to, he'd be dead by now, Mary thought aloud. We can't abandon him. He's our son. He needs to go back into treatment, Jerry said. That's what I'm going to tell him when he shows up. I want him back into rehab too, but I'm afraid that it won't work as well now that he's used to it. I'm afraid he'll even use connections that he's made in rehab to drop out of society and into the drug world again as soon as it's over. That life will kill him, Mary said, grimacing as she thought of the hopelessness of the situation. Now that he's stolen from us, he's already dead as far as I'm concerned, Jerry stated flatly. And then I did one joyful. It's here, Ruth chortled into the phone. My first book is in print now. I'm holding it in my hand. How does it look? Did the publisher do a good job? Betty wanted to know. It's great. The cover's just the way I want it to be. The formatting is wonderful. I love it. Is it available to the general public now? Betty asked. I think so. They told me to start doing some things to market it. What do you have to do? I need to set up some readings and book signings. I think I'm supposed to talk with a marketing person at the publishing house tomorrow, Ruth said. This is so fantastic. I just can't believe it. I've dreamed of being a writer all my life, and now I'm finally published. When do you think I can buy a copy? Betty wanted to know. I'm not sure when it will be out officially, but I have a copy here for you now, Ruth told her. How much is it? This one is free to you for all your help. I could never have finished the book if you hadn't been so encouraging, Ruth said. And something else you should know. The book is dedicated to you. Really? I can't believe you did that. I can't wait to see it. Come on over, Ruth said. There's no need to wait. And then I had one dialogue stressful. When are you going to take out that trash? Clara prodded her son Joseph. I'll do it. It's not going anywhere, Joseph grumbled. Exactly my point, Clara said. It needs to go somewhere. All right, Joseph said, putting down his book. I'm doing it. Does that make you happy? Not as happy as if I hadn't had to tell you 20 times. Joseph put down the book he was reading, gathered up the overflowing bag, and headed out the door. At the trash can, he struggled with the heavy lid for a few minutes before deciding that he should put the bag down, open the lid, and then throw the bag inside. As he returned to his chair and to his book, he saw his mother standing in the doorway again. Her arms were folded across her chest in a defiant way, and he wondered, what's wrong now? What? He said. You let the beans burn again. I told you to watch the beans. All you ever do is read books. Nothing will get done that way. I hate beans anyway, Joseph muttered, looking back at his book, sliding into a world where all the problems belong to someone else. And then I did one that was supposed to be dialogue romantic, and it was just a silly little thing. How much do you love me? Chelsea asked as she cuddled against her Romeo, whose real name was Scott. I love you more than all the fishes in the sky, Scott proclaimed. There aren't any fishes in the sky, Chelsea protested. Then I love you as much as all the birds in the ocean. There aren't any birds in the ocean, so I guess that means you don't love me, Chelsea said, not sure how to take Scott's evasive and silly answer. I love you as many eggs as a rooster can lay in a year, Scott continued. Roosters don't lay eggs. Are you sure? I love you as much snow as they have at the equator. There isn't any snow at the equator, Chelsea said, miffed. Apparently this is your way of telling me that you don't love me at all. You should have told me that sooner before I devoted 6 months of my life to you. She stood up to leave. It's my way of saying you ask the question over and over, and I'm tired of the same old responses. I love you, but I shouldn't have to tell you 20 times a day.